Hello Aries, welcome back to Intuitive Garden Tarot. If you're new here, my name is Nicole. I will be doing a general reading for my Aries viewers, looking at the energy around Aries for the month of July 2025. Remember, this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. You may book a personal reading with me by going to intuitivegardentarot.org. All the information is there. All right. Aries, we have the Four of Swords, the Ace of Swords, the Nine of Wands, the Eight of Swords, the Devil, the Ace of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. This is very sword heavy, Aries. A lot of mental energy, a lot of communication perhaps involved here. No pentacles. All right, so we have the Nine of Wands in the recent past, and he's pretty burnt out. He's a little battle weary, so there might have been a lot of passionate energy, or with all this sword energy to follow this card, it might have even been some arguing or conflict that has been really wearing on you. I'm getting that there might even be a little bit of ego wounding involved. This could be you or somebody you're dealing with. And this character feels a little defensive right now. Like maybe he's reacting a little bit stronger than the situation warrants. And thankfully, this is where you're showing up in the reading, taking some time for rest and reflection. Definitely physical rest, mental rest, taking yourself out of whatever battle you've been in. This could be internal. It's not necessarily with somebody else. It could be with somebody else. It could be both. Oftentimes it's both. But this is a good start after coming out of that Nine of Wands energy to just take a time out. We don't always have to have everything figured out or every conversation finished or all the details hammered out right away. Sometimes letting things sit brings a different kind of clarity and calm to a situation, or to our perspective and how we want to handle a situation. And with this Ace of Swords, this is basically saying, right on. I think you figured it out. Whatever was missing in your perspective or your dialogue or communication, you've found it. You have discovered the winning strategy. And this could be big. This feels big. It's the beginning of a whole new way of perceiving things and handling things, honestly. And this could be on a larger scale. It might not just be within your individual experience. You might be someone who deals with large groups or is something of a public figure. That's what's coming through, and you're figuring it out. I think you're figuring out your perspective and how to get a grip on your communication. And I'm getting not without some blood, sweat, and tears. It might have been a bit of effort, struggle, strife to get to this realization, but here you are. You've got it. Now at the heart of the reading, we have the Eight of Swords. And she's really being invited to use her intuition to get past her mental energy. And by feeling and sensing more, I think you won't be so limited as maybe you've felt in the past by what's possible, or by what you're creating with your thoughts and words. And next we have the Devil, Capricorn energy. This just might simply mean you're dealing with a Capricorn. The situation might be about a Capricorn. It could also just be acknowledging that there are some areas, as you're beginning to have this new awareness, where you're still finding yourself in a belief that you're limited in your power. You might even be a little afraid of your own power and what it means to exercise it. And what's coming through here is I think a lot of us have a belief that power is bad. I think most humans, all humans, honestly, inherently are kind and giving individuals, and it's fear and conditioning that creates limiting beliefs or gets us stuck in our perspective, if you will. So my sense is that you've been afraid to fully expand into your power because you're having trouble believing in your abilities, honestly. The good news here is we're getting clarification from this Ace of Cups. And this is a whole new perspective of love, of self-respect, acknowledging your own value, and being at peace with yourself first and foremost. Again, there might be some tears, there might be some purging of some old stuck emotions that want to come up this month, and let it flow, because it will bring you that peace and restorative energy from where this reading started out. You were more in a burnt out state of energy, needing rest, and this is showing that exactly that is available to you. You're tapping into your ability to give yourself permission for a fresh start. And the Queen of Swords is further giving you permission. She is her own authority of truth and making good boundaries. So if you've been in a situation or a relationship that's kept you feeling down or not connected to your strength and your freedom, I'm getting that you are getting really clear on that and clear on what you need to cut out or who you need to cut out or what you need to change in your life. And again, this is a very mental energy, but you're seeing a fresh perspective on your truth. And you're stepping into owning that. That's beautiful. I wasn't sure where this was going to go with the Devil. Let's get some clarification with some oracle cards. And the Elemental Empath deck is the one that wants to talk. And we've already got cards jumping out. Yeah, I see that. Feel emotions. Let's get two more for my Aries viewers. Sunshine and stillness. Okay, so let's get some of the details. Feel emotions. First of all, tune into this image. See what it brings up in your own intuition, Aries. With that hand on the head, it's again, and all those sharp points coming out of her crown, I just feel that there's been too much heady energy for you. You've been trying too hard to use your brain to get your next step, to resolve a situation, to find clarity, and your brain just is tired. I feel headaches. I feel like it just hurts. and there might be a lot of compressed energy in there. And doesn't this look so similar to this image here? Her eyes are covered, she's bound, she's covering her eyes and has her hand on her head, and they both look stuck. Like they haven't quite figured something out. With the water element of this card and the message to feel emotions, I mean, that says a lot. I can say, as a Virgo ruled by Mercury, very heady energy, I understand this energy that's surrounding you and that you're experiencing right now. I can speak for myself that when I'm using my mental energy, my analytical skills, or overusing them, I should say, it can be often in avoidance of something I'm afraid of. I'm trying to use my brain to think my way out of something that's uncomfortable. And you fill in what might be uncomfortable for you in the emotional landscape. It could be fear, anger, guilt, shame, regret, sadness, grief, all those things that aren't fun, right, in the human experience, yet they are part of our experience. And that has been doing you a disservice. So it is burning you out if you're finding yourself stuck in that mode as you're watching this reading. And it's a reminder to get out of your headspace and just kind of let your emotions flow a little bit, which is what this is saying here too. And that's what I said. I said there might be some tears that want to come out. And it would be very healthy, peaceful for you. It would bring you a lot of peace. It takes so much more energy to repress emotions than it does to let them flow. And when we're fighting them or holding on to them or trying to tamp them down, they actually grow stronger. And when we allow them to flow, it's much easier and less intense than we expect or fear it might be. So just sharing that from my own experience, Aries. The details under feel emotions are understand emotions, inner guidance, and validate self. Yeah, inner guidance, what did I say? That intuition, your inner truth. And your feelings will help you decipher that. It cannot be all figured out in the brain, in the membrane. And validate self is this too. Just knowing how strong you are, and whatever else comes up as you feel into your emotions. Maybe it's validating the emotions that you've been afraid to express, or perhaps you were taught at a young age, like many of us, that it's not okay to express them because it makes other people uncomfortable. And how can you do that, right? So in whatever way, maybe you need to create a safe space. Maybe you have a safe space, hopefully, to be in your feelings, or someone safe to talk to, perhaps a therapist or a friend, a loved one. But this reading is begging you to own your value and own that as truth. I feel like you're not entirely valuing yourself right now, or you haven't been. So with this card, Sunshine, so powerful. This woman is up in the cosmos interacting with the energy of the sun. This is the element of fire. And underneath, let's see if I can read it. Nope, I need my glasses. It says light, passion, illumination, motivation, don't dim. Okay. light, passion, a new illumination. First of all, we're coming out of that solstice energy. If you have not watched your solstice reading, please go back, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and then you'll have access to all my videos. And go ahead and review the solstice reading for Aries. There is so much energy that has been coming through to the planet. It's going out to other planets. It's coming through our bodies. It's going inside the earth. We're all interacting with this beautiful photonic light that is inviting us to expand our conscious awareness, to bring more light into our physical bodies so that we vibrate at a higher frequency, okay? And the thing about that light coming in is it will bump up against the blocks that we have, the limitations that we have, and they can be stored in our physical frame, our bodies, our energy fields as an energy block. You could be experiencing blocks in your relationships or in your manifestation of what it is that you're working on or trying to create in your life or experience. And honestly, it's a blessing to know where the blocks are. So back to the tarot reading here and that Eight of Swords energy, the Devil energy, even the Nine of Wands. You know, there's just been a lot of turmoil and stuff for you to contemplate and navigate. So be gentle with yourself. Try to allow yourself space for having your process of learning and growing and not needing to have it all figured out right now or ever. It's just an evolutionary process for all of us humans, right? So give yourself a break, I'm hearing, for things that maybe you regret or energy you've put out there that didn't provide what it is that you wanted, intended for that energy to provide for you or others involved in whatever situation. And you'll know how this resonates for you. And the don't dim message is this: don't hold back, and be small. You have a lot of powerful energy that really wants to be expressed, and it wants to be used in a powerful way, in a creative way. And I don't necessarily mean artistic creation. You could be creating a business or a situation or something that isn't, again, about creating art. You might even be creating a new life. You might be, back to this can be a card of pregnancy or birth. So some of you might actually be in that level of creation. But there's such a force coming through, and you're being encouraged to elevate. First and foremost, your perception of yourself, and step into a larger role. Don't play small here. You have so much to offer, and it's really shining through strong on that card. So next we have the card of stillness. And I feel calm just looking at her and this image. It is so beautiful. And this is very much this same energy. Taking time to reflect peacefully, quietly, to feel into your reflections, to not just be in your head, to let your cosmic awareness flow all the way down through you, down into your heart, down into your sacral chakra. And this is in the air element, so much air in your reading. So if you don't already have a meditation practice or some other kind of calming practice, I'm going to throw out there some things that I do that I have heard that are pretty easy. Lighting a candle and just watching the flame. As soon as I do that, I immediately rebalance a little bit, I connect a little bit, and I slow down. Sitting on the earth, weather permitting, and tuning out all other frequencies, all digital frequencies. Don't have your phone with you. Just allow yourself to just be and observe. Your brain feels it just wants to not be working at such a high capacity all the time. And by the way, let's thank our brains, our thoughts, our intellect. We've been so out of balance in general in terms of so much more importance has been placed on intellect and thought instead of feeling or intuition. In particular is probably the black sheep of that family that I'm talking about. But I'm feeling a gratitude for thoughts, and I need to stress here that we don't want to poo-poo that. It's not a bad thing. Mental energy has its place, definitely, but it just can't run the show by itself, and it's a little bit too much to ask of ourselves, as well as it doesn't produce a more expanded, abundant experience in life. It's limited. Very interesting. All right, Aries, if this resonates with you at all, please remember to hit the like button, click the notification bell so that you are notified when I put up a new video. And thank you so much for subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. It really means a lot to me, and I enjoy doing this for you all. Take care.